up with a title.
Thank you.
All because of Marcy. Have to come up with a title every week because of Marcy. I hope it helps you because it's a torment for me to have to name these things. Because then I feel like I have to stick to what's on the screen. And how often do I stick?
A lot.
I don't know. It don't feel like it. It feels like it's like a roller coaster and then back around. And yeah, maybe.
It's a great ride.
We try to ride. So last week we talked about promises. And we talked about Noah. And God's promise to Noah. So God, in the Old Testament, you see God making promises to lots of people. So there was this dude named Abraham. Does everybody know who Abraham is? So the church, you've grown and you didn't nod at me. Do you know who Abraham is? Okay, we do. So in the church I grew up in, we had this little thing that my mom would make us sing in children's church. Little girl. Song in children's church. You ready? Mm-hmm. Father Abraham had many sons, and many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. So let's just praise the So, and then it like got all kind of exercisey because you'd have to throw your right arm up. It was like a lot like the hokey pokey. So yeah, God made a promise to Abraham. Abraham, you are going to be the father of many, many nations. So, Abraham was old. He was like 99 when God said, you're going to be the father of lots and lots of nations. And Abraham said, oh, well, this will be interesting. So then he has to tell Sarah, God says we're going to have lots and lots of babies. I'm going to be the father of many nations. You're going to be the mother of many nations. Dude, do you know how old you are? You know how long we done been married and we ain't had no kid yet? But, okay. So we're going to pick up in Romans chapter 4, starting with verse 17. We call Abraham father not because he got God's attention by living like a saint, but because God made something out of Abraham when he was a nobody. Isn't that what we've always read in Scripture? God saying to Abraham, I set you up as father of many people. Abraham was first named father and then became a father because he dared to trust God, to do what only God could do, raise the dead to life. With a word, make something out of nothing. When everything was hopeless, Abraham believed anyway, deciding to live not on the basis of what he saw he couldn't do, but on what God said he would do. Boom, I can stop. How many of us get stuck just looking at who we are? And then it's, do I really have any way that God's going to be able to use this? So, you like it when I'm real, is what I'm told. So here we go, fasten your seatbelts. Most days, I don't like me. Most days, I get on my nerves. Most days, I feel like I am not a very good person. Now, other people will tell me that I'm crazy and that, why do you say these things about yourself? None of that matches what we know of you. But sometimes we can feel hopeless just because we know things, or we think that we know things that other people don't know. You know, we know that last night or the night before, instead of sitting down and doing homework like we were supposed to do, we played Wii for 3 hours. No, that's not a real story. I didn't do that. But I'm just saying that's an example. We know who we are when nobody's looking. We know how we behave when nobody's watching. We know what we think. And you don't know what I think until I open my mouth and tell you. Do you think I tell you everything I think? No way, Jose. Because if I told you every little thought that went through this thick skull, first of all, y'all might not be able to keep up because it's like I don't know, it's very chaotic in there. Secondly, some of it you would go, what? Bored, we might need to talk. And it's not that, I'm a harm to myself or to anybody else. It's just, my brain is always click, 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 click. And because of that, I can look at me and go, how can I be called by God to do anything for God? God, how are you going to use me? Because I'm a wreck of an individual. Well, Abraham was 99 and had nothing about making no baby. And then suddenly, baby! We get into that next week. Why? Because Abraham dared to trust God. There are weeks when I stand up here, I'm not sure. Like I get up and I'm like, okay, God, I don't know what we're going to do today because I don't even know how you're going to put me in front of these people. I don't know why it's me. I don't know why we can't take the Bible and throw it at somebody and say, catch, it's your turn. I mean, it's a part of being human. We tend to doubt ourselves. We tend to think less of us than other people think of us. Abraham and Sarah were old people. And I'm sure that people around them laughed at them when they said what God told them. Just still keeping it real. When I told people I was supposed to be a preacher, they fell out laughing. Lots of them. Can't blame them. They knew me from way back. So they were like, girl, what you talking about? No. But why? Same thing that happened with Abraham. God made something out of Abraham when he was a nobody. God looked at Christy when nobody else was looking at Christy. And God saw something good. And God said, okay, this is what you're going to do. And God looks at every one of you. And God sees something special. And God tries to tell you, this is what's going to happen. This is how you're going to be used. This is the path I want you to walk. This is how I want you to walk it. And the first thing that happens usually, no, I know me. You can't use me. You can't. Just don't even pretend. I'm just going to go sit down now. The self-doubt, maybe even self-hatred, just keeps on. And God's going, and you're going, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Not opening that door. Nope, not opening it. I'm no good. I'm not good enough. And God's saying, but if I'm saying that you are good enough, and I'm saying that I look at you and I see beauty and I see treasure, if I say that I look at you and see people that can change your community and change the world and pretty much do any good thing you want to do, if I'm saying that's what I see, who are you to argue with me? Why can't you just believe? Last week was rough. The week before that was rough. Guess what? Lots of days that we keep going through, going to keep being rough. You're going to get tired. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to get tired of struggling. You're going to get tired of, I'm going to use you, okay? Kay going to get tired because Kay has a very big dream for this church. Kay's dream is that this church gets to be the biggest church. That's Kay's dream. Now, we didn't know what Kay was drinking or anything. When Kay wrote that down, we all were like, Kay, for real?
He was drinking Red Bull.
He was drinking Red Bull. Little girl done told on him. But Kay has really big dreams for us. And Kay is daring to trust God. But Kay's going to get tired because we have weeks like this where people are missing and we don't know where they are. We don't know what happened to them. We don't know because we haven't reached out yet to find out, but, we don't know. So Kay's going to get tired because Kay keeps watching. Kay also watches the numbers each week. Kay has to go in the back with Marcy, and they have to write down how many people attended, how much offering was collected. So Marcy and Kay together probably get tired. They probably gonna keep being tired. Because guess what I'm learning with y'all? This building family thing, this church family thing, it is not easy work. It ain't easy. It's a struggle. Why is it a struggle? Number one, because God says, I want y'all to love everybody and come be together as a group. I want you to be in community with one another, and I want to be in your midst. And everybody else is going, yeah, but I'd rather stay home in my pajamas. Or, but yeah, God, there's all this other stuff I could be doing. Or, well, you know, God, Saturday night is a good night, and I go to the bars on Saturday night, so it's a little rough to get up on Sunday morning and go to church. Why don't you move church to a different time? Now, here's the problem with that. Even if we did that, there would still be something for some people that would be more important or would happen, and they still wouldn't be able to show up. But because Kay dreams of being the biggest church, Kay, you're going to keep being tired. But don't give up on your dream. Abraham probably was tired too. 99 ain't had a baby yet. And then God says, it's going to happen. Abraham's like, I'm 99 for real? You want to do this now? But God, I'm tired. You might be tired, but I've called you for holy things, for holy purposes. So just trust me. Just believe me. So, Kay, you might feel hopeless sometimes about that dream that God gave you. But there's always hope. Why? Because God is always in your midst. God is always right there saying, come on, let's go do some stuff. Let's go do some stuff. Let's just go hug her and make her feel better. That's a good thing to do. Let's go do that. Hey, I know what? Why don't we all go over to the nursing home and talk to all the elderly people and try to bring some joy into their world? That's holy. There's all these things where holy is right there in the middle, just asking you, take a step. Take a step. Come on, let's do something. Let's go. Let's do something. And yeah, you're going to get tired of hearing me say that because I say it all the time. That God keeps calling you and you just, but I'm not good enough. Christy, all you ever talk about is love and how we got to love ourselves, because if we keep thinking we're no good, then we're not going to do the things God calls us to. Yeah, this week's the same. If you keep believing every bad thing that goes through your head about you, you're not going to be able to be love and light to every person that you meet. You're not going to be able to be a magnet that makes people want to be here. You're not going to be able to, I don't know, shine, because you're still trapped in all of the I suck stuff. But when everything seems hopeless, when it all seems like there's no way in HE double hockey sticks, children in the room, whoops. When it seems like it's all bad, what did Abraham do? Okay, God, I believe you. Okay, God, I believe you. As a church, how many people really like Kay's dream? Everybody pretty much wants that dream. Now, what are you willing to do? If God says move, are you going to move?
Yes.
Or, that's the right answer, little girl. Little girl said yes, in case you didn't hear. Are you going to move? Are you going to believe? Are you going to trust? Or is it still going to be all the old stuff? The I suck stuff. I'm no good stuff. Because see, that's the thing about what we're doing here. Kay can dream, Kay can believe, Marcy can dream, Marcy can believe, I can, anybody can. But if all of us aren't doing it together, and if we're not all seeking holy together, if we're not all singing, Holy Spirit, you truly are welcome here, and meaning it, not just as a pretty song, but as a come rearrange Christy and make Christy better. Because Christy can be better. Holy can fix some stuff. Y'all can ask. So Holy can come and sit in this place. And Holy can say, you know what? You're perfect. Stop. You're great. Stop. You're amazing. Stop. You are loved. Stop. And here's one of the best ones. You're enough. Yeah. You're enough. Yeah. You're not less than. You are enough. Amen. You are exactly who God made you to be. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. But we all have to do it together. We have to believe. We have to say, yes, God. Yes, Holy. Y'all gonna birth the baby at 99. Okay, we in line. Let's go. That was a metaphor. I just meant we gonna grow as a church. Ain't nobody birthing no baby. No. That done got me messed up. No. I mean, thank God, Abraham and Sarah. But no. But we have to trust. We have to believe. And what happens when you trust and you believe? Hopeless things don't seem so hopeless anymore. And when we're doing this stuff together, guess what else? You don't feel alone. Because we're all in it together. I can call Kay up and say, Kay, I'm pretty wore out. You got to help me. And Kay will. Little girl laughed at us, Kay. But Kay would help me. I could call Marcy any day of the week or text her, Marcy, I'm in a bad place and I need prayer. And Marcy will stop what she's doing and pray for me. Mm-hmm. And I know she will.
Right.
She will pray. That's what it means to be a family. That's right. That's what it means. If we're going to do this and we're going to do it right, you're not alone. And you're enough. Quit thinking that you're not. You are the people that are supposed to do this. Kay's going to do it. Marcy's going to do it. I'm going to do it. Johnny's going to do it. All of us together is how this place grows. It ain't by only Kay talking to people. It ain't by only Sally talking to people. It's us together. And guess what? It's not even just the talking. It's when they see you and they know those are people that really are loved. Because when you walk into a room full of love, you can tell. You can tell when a person truly loves people. At least I think you can. Some of y'all, when y'all walk in, all I want to do is hug you because that's the vibe you put on. So you don't even have to run your mouth. But you do have to say, Holy, I'm here. Holy, I believe. Holy, I trust. And the more you do that, the more Holy can flow. The more Holy flows, the more you're going to look like somebody that is radiating love. And people are going to want to know you. They're going to want to know why you're that way. So guess what that means? They're going to come here.
That's right.
And then guess what happens? We grow.
Yes.
So Holy says, this is who you are. This is what I want you to do. And now I need y'all to be like 99-year-old Abraham and go, yes, God.
That's right.
Amen.
Yes,
God.
I ain't heard you.
Yes, God.
And all the people said,
Amen.